You put me on live? It's very informal class today.
Keeping informal is good.
My humble obeisances is a divine lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj, Nitla Vaishnav Vishnupad Stotrashad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj. Similarly to my Shiksha Gurudevs, Nitla Vaishnav Vishnupad Stotrashad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Shila Narayan Gosai Maharaj, and Nitla Vaishnav Vishnupad Stotrashad, Bhakti Vigyan Shila Bharti Gosai Maharaj. My humble obeisances at the divine lotus feet of the founder of Gaudiya Math, the Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and all his prominent associates, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Gosai Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Gosai Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada. My humble obeisances to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates, to Shri Shri Radha Govind Dev and all his parikars. My pranams to my senior, most worshipable Shrimati Shamrani Didi, and my godmothers, god sisters here, and all the next generation devotees, all respected guests. Welcome and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity of service at this GVO Center, Gaudiya Vedanta Outreach. I'm so happy to be here, and there's so many points coming in my mind, but I'm keeping some things for tomorrow because we're going to have a large number of devotees tomorrow.
And tonight, Maharaj.
And tonight. Some initiations took place. Many congrats to Srimati Shamrani Didi for initiating the initiation process. Devotees were waiting for a long time, and I did requested her some years back, I don't remember. Maybe I think in Badger somewhere. Didi, please come forward and take this responsibility. We are very junior and we are very weak and young ones. The whole world needs someone experienced and realized like you. She was very humble, taking a very humble role. She said she didn't got this order from any of her spiritual masters. So I was having some points in my head, but we always have to maintain some etiquettes. We can't transgress some etiquettes, which is a very important factor. Vaishnav Sadachar in Bhakti. Please try to understand this. Vaishnav Sadachar is very important. And it's not me saying this. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered his Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he ordered his very dear, intimate associates, the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, with 4 orders. One is to discover the lost holy places, to establish deities, to write books, and Vaishnav Sadachar means to learn etiquettes. I'm not saying I'm well versed in those etiquettes. I'm still a student and I'm learning, and we all learning. Because of that, because to maintain that, in seeing her profile, her seniority, I was reluctant to even say something. But the day when I heard that she's willing to do this and she's starting, my heart was dancing in joy. And I was very happy to hear this. Thanking her for taking responsibilities of so many jivas. And it's not something simple. It has so much gravity and it has so much responsibility. Try and understand this. When I say it's important to take responsibilities, it's not only referring to the seniors. It also refers to any guest or any devotee who just walked in the center. Because we learn by taking responsibility. We can't learn if we have never taken any responsibility, or if we are not willing to take responsibility. When we take responsibility, we are responsible for something. Otherwise, in the definition of Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, I like this lecture of him, and I try my best to embrace this lecture. There's always a difference between a volunteer and a sevak. Sevak means, you see there are so many devotees here in any center, not speaking about only here, and they all do service, whatever they know. Cooking, deity worship, cleaning, preaching, singing, playing mridanga, etc. But always keep one formula in the head. And if you don't learn this shloka, must learn this. In all our daily practices, no matter if it is driving, shower, eating, sleeping, serving, any activity, what is the intent behind that? That is very important. So there is a verse, everyone should remember this. Atmi indi priti vancha tate bole kam, Krishna indi priti vancha dhare prem naam. In Chaitanya Chaitamrit you can find this verse. Very simple. Learn this with a translation and then apply this. We have to, I'm not instructing anyone, I'm instructing myself. We have to apply this verse in all our activities, even if it is chanting, even if it is singing or speaking lecture. What is the intent of me giving a lecture or singing, doing yajna, my sleeping, my eating? What is the intent? If the intent is, if the center of that intent is Krishna. In a very fair and simple words, this is called bhakti. And this is called developing love with Krishna. If Krishna is the center of my activity, and if I am the center of my senses, enjoyment of my senses, enjoyment of my mind, gross and in subtle way, if the intent is enjoyment, even giving lecture is also enjoyment. How is this possible? Giving lecture is enjoyment? Yes. Enjoying the nature. Gross and subtle, I said. With senses we enjoy in a gross way. But with mind we enjoy in a subtle way. Even singing, I want to show off how good I can sing. I want to show off how many verses I know. I want to impress the audience. Whenever there is I in the intent, the word intent starts with I. When I means I am keeping myself as the center of my activity, material and spiritual, that's all calm. Means I'm just enjoying. It looks like, it appears, this is service to Krishna, but actually no. In a higher level. This is service to Krishna somehow, but there are different levels. As in a building, we have different levels. And we go elevator and we click button and goes to take us to a different level. Enjoyments also have different levels. And service also have different levels. This formula, very important. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita giving so much focus on this formula in this verse. What is my intent? To accept initiation or to give initiation? Very important. To accept initiation and also to give initiation. I want to focus myself that I'm also there in the world in the list of initiating Guru, or I'm in the list of the servants of Mahaprabhu with this mode of fulfilling the mission of my Guru and Guru Parampara. So both appear same, but they are rewarded accordingly. It looks like same activity, but Krishna, in the words of Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj, he acknowledged the intent more important than the activity. And when Maharaj said this, when Srila Maharaj said this, when Srila Maharaj said this, then he gave example of Brahmin Bhrigu kicking on the chest of the Lord. And Maharaj used to give a very mild smile on his face. Is kicking on the chest of the Lord, isn't it offensive? But Bhrigu didn't got any offense because his intent was not to offend or to kick. His intent was to make Krishna famous, declaring everywhere how tolerant is my Lord. You know this story? Bhrigu, he went to Brahma, want to test if Brahma is Supreme Lord. But Bhrigu tried to just abuse Brahma verbally, and Brahma became angry. The creator Brahma became angry. Bhrigu, you are my son. You have no etiquette how to speak to your father? Don't you know I'm creator? And Bhrigu immediately ran away from there. Then he came to Lord Shiva and also trying to offend him verbally. Shiva took his trident. How offensive you are. That's not the etiquette. Then Bhrigu went to Vishnu. When the goddess of fortune Lakshmi, the consort of Vishnu, was massaging, serving the Lord, and Bhrigu, without even caring for any other etiquette, not verbally offending but kicked on the chest of the Lord. And immediately the Lord took his feet and said, "Oh Bhrigu, my chest is very hard, like stone, and your feet are so tender and soft. I'm sorry if you get hurt." And then Bhrigu declared, Vishnu is so tolerant. He is Lord amongst Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Srila Maharaj said, what was the intent of Bhrigu? Not to actually kick the Lord. No one can even think of that. But once on that particular situation and circumstance, you want to make him famous. So, all our activities, our chanting mantras, whatever we do, if the intent is to serve the Lord, when I say serve, Krishna means Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas. Because Guru is Tadatme. Tadatme means oneness with Bhagavan. Sakshat Haritena Samast Shastre. We sing every morning. How we sing that? Sakshat Haritena Samast Shastre Uttasata Bhavyata Eva Sadmi Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Bande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Because Gurudev is very dear to Krishna, and that's why he's Tadatme, oneness with Krishna. Therefore, Hari, Guru and Vaishnav. Hari, Guru, Vaishnav, Tine Smaran hai Vigna Vinashan, Anya Sapave Nijavati Puran. Serving to Hari, Guru and Vaishnav, Krishna, Guru and Vaishnavas. They are Tadatme with the Lord. So, what is my intent? Always keep this. And we get reward accordingly. What is difference between volunteer and a sevak? I speak this point everywhere in all the centers. Don't think I'm only speaking this here. I speak this to my center in India and everywhere. Because we all need to know this, very important. Volunteer means one who don't take any responsibility. Oh, I walked in this center, I saw something, I want to help in kitchen. I walked in center, today I'm not in a good mood. I don't want to do anything. The next visit, oh, I walked in center, I'm feeling inspired, I must do. That means we have not taken any responsibility. It's just we are dwelling with our mind, going with the flow with our feelings and the urges of mind. That person is not sevak, is volunteer. Sevak means one who takes responsibility. No matter if my mind is good or not, I have to do this because I am responsible for this. And my Gurudev and Krishna will check on me. He will check on me because I have taken this responsibility. And in that checking on me, He will give me blessings, He will give me affection, He can correct me, He can chastise me, He can love me, everything. because I surrendered myself unto him or her. I surrender. Every day we learn something. Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj was given this title, Guardian of Devotion, by his Guru Maharaj. He used to say, I'm still a student, because there is so much to learn. So much to learn. In that process of learning, there's always some mistakes, there's always ups and downs. That should not be the point of giving up service. Or if my superior or my senior is correcting me, that should not be the point of giving up service. That means we are not strong enough. We are not serving any ordinary person. We are serving the Supreme Lord, whose body is transcendental, Satchidananda. Our senses, everything is so material. Our thoughts, our thinkings are so material. It's so gross. And we are trying to touch the level which is so subtle and transcendental. For that, we need maturity. Very important. Every devotee life. If there is no maturity, you can't progress in bhakti. I'm very blunt. Maturity is very important. Maturity in understanding the philosophy. Maturity in understanding what I'm doing. Maturity in following the instructions of my seniors, my Gurudev. Maturity. And where devotee lacking, and when there is some distractions happens, is only because of immaturity and understanding. Try understand. Devotee life is also like an army life. Do or die. In army, they get lectures, motivational lectures, and they do everything for their country. We are in the army of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we are doing and we have to do so much for the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Every individual is important, because we all on one level we are not ordinary. Why? We are hearing so much about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are hearing so much about Krishna. How many people in the world they hearing about Krishna, or they know about Krishna? At the airport, I told someone Hare Krishna. They said, which word is that? Which flower is that? They never ever. And that gentleman, he was like 80 years old. He never ever heard in his whole life. Even one time he didn't heard about Krishna. Imagine. But here, young girls, young boys, learning so much. How important is the center? Try to understand the gravity of this. And center around the world is so important, and it's not easy to maintain center. It takes so much energy. Don't think. We walk in and so colorful, very nice, good prasadam, and bye. So much energy to maintain, to sustain. Those who are investing their energy, they're getting direct blessings from Mahaprabhu. Because the intent of center is not my comfort. The intent of the center is what? The comfort of? Huh? Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
No.
Oh, you raise your hand. I thought.
No, the Lord.
The Lord. Okay. The service of the Lord. The service more important than anything else. This different level. The service is more important than Krishna. Oh, but the service is for Krishna. If there is choice, Krishna and the service, what are you going to choose?
Krishna doesn't need our service.
Huh?
He doesn't need our service. He's giving us an opportunity to think that we're serving.
Yes, He is giving, supplying the opportunity. And we are here to avail those opportunities. And that makes us a volunteer and a sevak. Very important. So those who are residents of the center or those who are guests of any center in the world, just keep in mind who you are. Are you a sevak or are you a volunteer? Sevak means what? Responsibilities. They are not equally rewarded. No. Krishna said, Ye yatha mam pravadante tam sathe bhajameham. You worship in whatever degree, I reciprocate you proportionately. Volunteer will get reward, but sevak will get more. You know what volunteer will get? Can I go a little high level?
Yes.
You'll not get afraid? No. Volunteer will get the words of praise. Very nice. Oh, you cleaned this floor. So nice. Thank you so much. This another level. And with a sevak, don't you know how to clean the floor? Do it nicely. Looks like very rude words. Harsh. No. Understand, there's affection and love in these words. Try to extract that love if you get correct or chastised by your senior. And that helps us a lot in learning. Okay, my own example. When I first came, when I got initiation from my Guru Maharaj, he sent me to Vrindavan. From Jagannath Puri, he sent me to Vrindavan. And he said, go and take care of the center, there are not many devotees there. So me and my godbrother Madhapriya Prabhu, only like 3 devotees there. And now when we both joined, one already left. 4 of us, cleaning, cooking, deity worship, marketing, everything. From morning till midnight, all service. So my seniors were there, and every day I was getting a good Mahaprasad. You know Mahaprasad?
Yes.
Chastisements. Every step. Because I was learning. I didn't learn this. I was very new to the system. I was very new to the setup. Learning etiquettes. Learning how to serve prasadam. Learn how to eat prasadam. Learn how to drink. Learn how to wear. Learning how to apply tilak. Everything is learning. You know, just like a baby. Baby take birth. And every single day baby is learning so much. Every single day. This is called first step of initiation. Receiving mantras is not the completion of initiation. Receiving mantra is the beginning of initiation. Don't think when we receive mantras, oh, my initiation is complete. No. Srila Bharati Maharaj used to say, it's not completion. It's beginning of the process of initiation. First of all, receiving mantra, Guru Padashraya, taking shelter of Gurudev. That's the beginning. So every day I was getting, sometimes I used to cry. Why you kept this pot there? I said, what's wrong keeping pot there? No, that's bhoga. And this is offered. I was thinking, what's the difference? So in the beginning, we always think, what's the difference? Why are they telling me to do this? Why are they telling me to eat with right hand? Why are they telling me not to use the left hand while you eat? What it has to do with bhakti? It has so much to do with bhakti. This is called Vaishnav Sadachar. That's why we need centers to learn this Vaishnav Sadachar, to become a good devotee. If everything going good, but if you're not following Vaishnav Sadachar, it's draining actually. It's draining. Because we have to take care of our offenses, which comes in bunches. And that is always, most of the time it is because of we are not familiar or we don't want to accept or adopt Vaishnav Sadachar. You know? Like, yes, now I see this time. Everyone has their chadar on their shoulders. Very nice. One of the Vaishnav Sadachar is for boys and girls, for everyone. We always should have a chadar on the shoulder. Know this chadar? This. I said this. I spoke this when I came last time. I remember. It's very important. How many more minutes I have? Because I have to design my class accordingly. These are basics, but it has so much significance. All our acharyas, you see, they're following this. And if we are not following that, then we are not safe. What is the safest path? Mahajanoje gata sa pantha. The path where the Mahajans, the great personalities, the Sadachar which they are following, if we follow the same standard, following in under their footsteps, the same standard, then we are safe. If not, then it's very dangerous. How it is dangerous? We'll get everything else. We'll get name, we'll get fame, we'll get money, we get enjoyment, everything. But one thing will we get bereft of, and that is Bhakti and Krishna. Yes, Didi?
Maharaj, you said it's important to put the chadar over the shoulder. I imagine you mean the left shoulder, but you said it's very significant. Why is it significant?
Why it is?
Why is it significant?
The significance?
Why is just having a piece of cloth on your shoulder
Okay.
significant?
Okay.
And then why the left side? She's saying.
Oh, why left or right or why?
Both.
Both.
Why one side and why?
Jai Shri Shri Radha Govind Ki Jai.
Right.
So, the clothes the outfit which Krishna wears, the ornaments of Krishna wears, is all Baldev Prabhu, Anantadev, Baldev Prabhu. And in the incident, we read in Bhagavatam, when Krishna held his chakra and wanted to kill Bhishma, then Prithvi, earth was shaking, seeing the anger of the Lord and how he is going to attack on his pure devotee, one who loves him a lot, Bhishma. So when earth was shaking, Then the Uttriya. So there is a verse called Sanevam Upahaya Mat Pratikamitam. I don't remember exactly. So Gatri Uttriya. The Uttriya means the chadar fell on the ground, pacifying and holding this Shakti, Bhu Shakti, Prithvi. No need to worry and don't tremble. So Anantadev pacified Prithvi, the planet Bhu Shakti, the planet Earth. Don't worry. So that Uttriya, which fell from the shoulder of Krishna, represent Anantadev, because all outfits of Krishna is Anantadev, and Anantadev is taking care of planet Earth. So when we wearing this shoulder, when we wearing this chadar, putting this chadar on the shoulder, we are covering our body, seeking the protection of Anantadev, Shri Balaram Prabhu. Just like sannyas, as a type of sannyas, the sannyasi get door and kopin. You know kopin? How you say this? A cloth
Underpants,
and
Loincloth.
loincloth, underwear.
yeah, but no. String and a cloth that get worshipped in the yajna when the sannyas is given. That cloth represents Prithvi, and the string means planet Earth, and the string is Anantadev for protection. Similarly, this chadar is significant, representing Anantadev for our protection and covering our body. I was just speaking to one devotee. We supposed to always cover our body to retain the chastity and purity. When we don't cover our body, we are losing that chastity. We are losing our potency. We are losing our energy, draining. Because people having bad eye, they are lusting over us. So they are taking our energy. When we cover ourselves, we are retaining and maintaining that. That's so important. You understand? So, this chadar is protection by Anantadev. Secondly, we are sevakas. Sevak always keep a chadar for chanting mantras, even chanting Mahamantras. Always ready. And if Guru comes, Sevak is always ready to wash the feet of Guru with one's chadar. And I'm just pointing a few, but there are many areas of service. So chadar also represent the service mood, like a sevaka mood. It's more like a sevaka mood. There's a significance of chadar, and that also means humility. Because I'm a sevak and I'm always ready every minute to serve. Now, some boys, they got Brahman thread. We have 3 knots. Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj taught. Why 3 knots? 1 knot is enough to chant the Brahm Gayatri, means the Gayatri mantras. And those Brahmins, they always have 1 knot, or sometimes they have 2. Why we keep 3 knots? Means 3 knots means 9 strings. So Maharaj said there's a significance, and that is 1 set, 1 knot with 3 string means to chant the Gayatri mantras for the male section. Then secondly he said we always supposed to have chadar on while we eat prasad. But it's so difficult all the time to keep chadar, especially when we eat. So the other knot with 3 string that represent the chadar. Then the third one is when we honor Mahaprasad. This is all Brahmanical. When we honor Prasad, we are not supposed to speak anything else except Krishna. Right? But we do. We speak so much even topics which are not related to Krishna. So that other third string is helping us to balance this situation. That's why we have 3 knots, means 9 strings. So one of the string represents chadar, this cloth. As I said, this represent Anantadev. So it's not only for sannyasis, for brahmacharis, for grastas, and even for the ladies. Gurudev always used to tell this. Srila Bharati Maharaj used to tell this. And I've seen in some other mutts also, this is the standard, everyone keeps this. So these are basics. You may ask, what is the significance in bhakti? Everything has a significance because this is Vaishnav Sarachar. Mahaprabhu wants the 6 Goswamis to establish this. So if we don't learn this, how are we going to progress in bhakti? Not only chadar, even how to address. Suppose senior Vaishnav walks in. Suppose Didi comes here. What are we supposed to do? Paying pranams, or even how to address, how to speak. Everything has some etiquettes. We are learning, so we do mistakes. Like I was last week, I was on retreat with some devotees in Europe. I don't remember what I was referring to, but a point came when I first met Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, year 1997. After my initiation, we heard about him that he served our Guru Maharaj in so many years, in so many ways. So there was a natural curiosity to know who this personality is. So when me and my godmother, we went to see Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, Shri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, we asked brahmacharis, who is Srila Bharati Maharaj? And where is his room? They all said, go there. So the door was open and we went inside. Maharaj was sitting on his bed and was chanting. And we paid obeisances to him. And he looked. I said, I never saw you before. What is your name? So I told my name, he told his name. And to make him easy, we told we just got initiation from our Guru Maharaj. And I also said name of Guru Maharaj. And he was very happy. And just when he heard this, he said, oh, there was a chair in his room. He said, bring that chair. So I brought that chair, sit there. He said, no Maharaj, we cannot sit there on the chair on the same level as you. Then he said, no, you're my godbrother. I said, no, how come we are your godbrother? He said, because my Guru Maharaj is Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj. Your Guru Maharaj is Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. They were godbrothers. So according to that generation, we are godbrothers. So sit on chair. But we never ever learned this, even from our families, to sit on the same level as your seniors. You know? This is called Vaishnav Sadachar, etiquette. Even though he insisted so much, 2-3 times, so we said, no Maharaj, this is not possible. So we sat on the floor, and then he was so happy to hear this. So it looks like externally you disobeying his order. Understand? He told 2-3 times, this instruction is the order. But there are some areas when you disobey. My English is very terrible. How to present this? There are some areas where disobedience is also for the pleasure of your worshipable. Disobedience is also for the pleasure of your Guru and Vaishnavas. So externally it appears like I disobeyed him, but that made him more happy and he was glad. And then he started speaking Hari Katha. He said, I'm so happy to see this. Because he said, I never learned in my life, throughout my life, to sit on the same level as my Guru Vargas, my Diksha Guru or my Shiksha Guru. We never ever learned this and never ever sat in the same level. So I'm so happy you're also following the same standard. That means you must have learned this from somewhere. So this is another etiquette. Don't take your Diksha Gurudev or Shiksha Gurudev as ordinary personality. Seeing that, oh, I also eat, they also eat. I sleep, they also sleep. I feel tired, they also feel tired. I get sick, they also get sick. Moment we start thinking my Guru is ordinary human being, we are ready to go hell. Rup Goswami Pad told in Padyavali, Arche Vishnu Shiladev Guru Shu Narmati Vaishnave Jati Buddhi. Considering deities made of metal, wood, considering your Gurudev as ordinary human being, and considering Vaishnav of different caste, color. If we have this kind of mood and mentality, the person definitely going to go hell. So, need to maintain. This is, there's so many things to learn. So many things to learn. I got indication. There's so many things to learn. But again I'm saying, be in a comfort zone. Don't worry. We do mistake. But that mistake is to make us progress, to learn, to correct ourselves. I want everyone here to learn all these kind of, it looks like simple but etiquettes. Vaishnav Sadachar. Gaur Premanande Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnebhyo Namo Namah. Just 1 minute. And the same thing happened with Srila Gurudev. Once upon a time, I took Srila Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj to hospital for his checkup. And the reception, the guy said, please wait 15 minutes because there's another patient in the doctor room. So Gurudev was, those hospital chairs. Srila Gurudev was sitting there, and me and Madhav Prabhu, we sat on the floor. And Gurudev said, hey, get up, get up. This is hospital, this is not your center. Sit here. We said, Gurudev, how we can sit next to you? It's not etiquette. He said, this is not Gaudiya Mutt, this is hospital. The floor is not clean, there's so much germs there. Sit there. And we're feeling so reluctant, we never ever in our life sit next to the same level as Gurudev. Never ever. You can't even think of that. Then Gurudev said, who drove car for me? And it was me actually. I said, Gurudev, me. So you sitting on the same level as me or not? Are you sitting on the road? So then he taught us saying that we have to understand time, place and circumstance. What is the time, what is the place and what the circumstances are accordingly. We don't have to become fanatic, but also maintaining everything. So this is all maturity, developing maturity. Hare Krishna.
Can you tell me the translation of the verse that you said about Sevak, the first one?
Atmindi priti vancha tate bole kam. Anything what we do for our senses and mind, this is enjoying, means this is lust. But anything for pleasing the senses of the Lord, for Krishna, is prem, is love. So, announcement for program. Basanti Didi, can you announce for the program?